Right, as usual, I'll get completely ahead of myself. So I've just been over to The Range, which is a chain of shops here in the UK, and I bought myself a white round canvas for £4. It's only a cheap piece of crap. And my idea is, with the joints, fake joints, I must point out, fake joints, because it's always 420 somewhere, the idea is to paint some sort of design on the back of this, mount them on here, put a clock mechanism in the middle, and then it will always be 420 somewhere in the world. That's the plan anyway. Whether it works out like that, I have no idea, but I just wanted to give you an update because I should be filming this. I said I wouldn't film any more in my kitchen, but I have a needy dog down here, and when I go and lock myself away outside, he gets a bit barky. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to record it here in the kitchen, and then when my wife gets back later, we'll move outside of it. You see, I've already started. I found the middle point, drew a circle, took off 4/4. I then got an old clock just here, placed it on, and I've marked it out, and now I'm in the process at the moment of joining the lines up side to side like this. My idea is that I'm going to paint it black as well, because it will make these pop more. I'm just going to mark it out for now. It's just really more of a template than anything else. Yeah, and you can watch the process. Right then, you've seen me messing about. I think I've marked out what I'm going to do. Decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark the 12, 3, 6 and 9 like you would on a normal clock, and then I'm going to mark the 420. The idea is to try and mount each individual joint as it goes round. There'll be a clock mechanism in the middle. I'm going to shore up the back because it's just canvas. I'm going to put a bit of card in there to mount the clock mechanism on. But I'm going to paint it all black now, which you'll see as well. I will be moving the project outside later on, but like I said, my dog's a bit needy, and he likes me to sit in here because he's getting a bit old and a bit deaf. So that's the plan. Yeah, you'll see me painting it now. Give it a quick coat of paint. Yeah, and then what we'll do, we'll move the project outside later on. I'll mark out what I need. Yeah, and then we'll have a look at getting all these joints mounted on here, because it's always 420 somewhere, isn't it? Always going to be 420 somewhere. That's the plan. Right, see you in a bit. Right then, so as you can see, I painted it black. I've chopped out very roughly, as you can see, a bit of board. I haven't got any fancy tools, 3D printers, CNC route machines, anything like that. So yeah, I literally did that with a pair of scissors, and it's an old picture, back to an old picture, as you can see. Plan is now, I'm just going to let that dry for a minute. I'm warming up my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to stick that in around the back here, and then yep, we'll take it outside when my wife gets home, and we can have a look at drawing a centre design on it, and then start placing the joints on it. That's the plan. If it works out like that, cool. If it doesn't, we'll go with whatever happens. But that's where how far we are right now. Peace. YouTube, I'm just currently in my kitchen messing about with configurations. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight all the hours, and then I'm going to do 4 in between. It's going to be a little bit fiddly, I think. And then the idea is as well, I'm going to paint the middle. I think I'm going to do it in a green colour, obviously. I think I'm going to do the whole pattern behind it maybe in some sort of green colour. I'm going to mount the clock in the middle. I'm going to mark 420. The 420 project. Yeah. Peace. Okay, so I've moved the 420 project back outside. You've been seeing me do this in my kitchen this afternoon. I brought a white round canvas, I've painted it black. I've marked out where I want to put some bits and pieces on it, drawing the flare of life, which I think I'm going to try and sneak in every little bit of, or every little project that I do. I think that's my plan. But anyway, yeah, so as you can see, it looks like this at the minute. The plan is, I'm going to take the joints that I made, I'm going to mark out the numbers, one like this. But the plan is, you see, I don't want these to fall apart. So I'm going to use some PVA glue. I'm going to PVA it down here. I'm going to stick it on. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes for it to dry off. And then I'm actually going to PVA over it as well, which may be a bit of a risk, but we'll see what happens, because obviously I don't want these to fall apart over time. So yeah, I figure PVA and it'll give it a clear coat. So we'll do that. We'll film it on my little camera up there and we'll see what happens. Yeah. Remember, it's the Dave Empire. Please subscribe. Yeah. Peace. Right, okay, so just a quick update then. I think my camera up there crashed for the first bit, so you might not see the first bit, but as you can see, I've now PVA'd the joints where the numbers are supposed to be. I've actually PVA'd over them as well, and on the ends of them. I'm going to do a final paint job on the whole thing. But obviously I want to preserve them. I don't want the stuff to come out of them. I want them to maintain their jointness, if that's even a word. I've also sealed the end of them as well with a little bit of PVA. So I think that's it for today's video. I'm just going to try and make a short one every day. I think that's the plan. The 420 project. It's getting there. So yeah, it's the Dave Empire. Please subscribe. Peace.